Hello, I am Andrea, also known as the Cat Lady. I am the cabin leader of Team Snow Leopard, but I thought I would put together a little screen video of how to set up your project page and your finished object thread post for all the campers so that we can try to keep things as organized as possible. So, head over to a project page. So if you have most people are using patterns on Ravelry, so you can go search for a pattern. So one of my first patterns will be a hitchhiker. So I will go to the pattern and go cast on. Hopefully my computer won't be too slow because I'm uploading my podcast at the moment, or I'm saving it. So it's been created, hitchhiker. Edit my project. Make sure you have the start date after December 31st. And then when you finish, you'll come back and edit the completed date. None of this stuff really matters, particularly made for size, whatever. But what does matter is yarn. So needle size, okay, well that's up to you. I think I'm using 4s. Yarn, we want to make sure you have the yarn weight listed. I'm using stash yarn, so let's see. Go to my stash. Okay, well, stash isn't, oh, next page, okay. Of course, it has to be, okay, so my Love Knots unicorn poop, use it. And fingering, so that's the important part. 1 skein. So we want to make sure the weight is listed because that's how you're going to get your points, and that when you're done, you're going to need to weigh it and then enter in how many grams. But for now, first project for camp. Also, if you want to put tags, you can put in the hashtags for camp. So what we got, TCK Winter Camp 2016, TCK Team Snow Leopard. These are optional, but helps people search for them. So those where you put tags, save, make sure to save your changes. And then if you want to put in a picture, you go to add photos. You can upload them from Instagram, you can link your Instagram account, or you can get a picture from your computer. So that is my swatch that I started for the unicorn poop. I still can't say that without laughing. Upload your picture. Okay, so there is my project, hitchhiker. So you have 1 skein, which again, that will have to be changed after I'm finished with the shawl and I weigh it. I will make sure to put in the grams. And since it does say yards and skeins, I think edit project to come back and make changes, you can actually type in enter total. Oh, here's I get rid of this. Oh, did I just get, okay. Enter totals instead. You can actually put in however many grams you use. But I'm not going to worry about that right now. But that's the 2 important parts. We need to know the grams you use and the weight of the yarn. Fingering weight, about the yarn fingering weight, so that you know how many points. So, say we're done. Okay, we finished the project. So we'll go into the winter camp group, look for your team finished object thread, which will be unlocked on January 1st. So I have a sample thread in here already. So I started my post. You will start 1 post. So reply to thread, start 1 post for your post. So now I have my post. How many times can I say post? And I'm waving my arms around like you can see me, but you can't. Edit post. And this is how I'm setting it up. So I have my first project, and then I put fingering weight project at 80 grams, and I calculated my points. Bonus points, none. So my total points are 21 points. Next one. So I come back in and I put in the next project, my hat. super bulky yarn, 100 grams, 10 points. Bonus points, say it's January, 30 points. So my grand total points are 51 points, which equals 1 prize ticket. So now I will edit this post. I will scroll down to right before the grand total. And I will say, okay, so then we go back over here to our project. So you have this lovely little address up here. Control C or right click copy, however it's easiest for you to copy that link. Come back over here, insert link, so you can right click paste. Include image from this page, sure. Insert link. The Cat Lady's Hitchhiker, and I usually just take that off and just put Hitchhiker. Okay. So let's say we'll just say it was easy, 100 grams. So let's say we have fingering, I gotta look up to see what I wrote. Yep, so fingering weight, or I'll just put fingering 100 grams, just for example purposes at this point, which is worth 28 points. Bonus points, 0. Because it's not going to count for anything bonus. So total points, 28 points. So then I can update my grand total. Now I have to do math. 51 plus 28 is 79 points. So 79 points, still only at 1 prize ticket. So every 50 points equals 1 ticket. So 79 points. Save changes. See what that looks like. Okay, so I did these a little bit differently, but it's the same process. That's the easiest way, is just to include the picture. It'll pull the first picture from that project page, and then actually it's a clicky link. So this will take you right to your project page. So hopefully that helps a little bit. And then I put these in bold so that I could see it. But I keep updating my points as I go. So every time I finish a project, I will come into my one post, so I'm only making one post, and I will keep adding to it. And as far as your posts in your projects, just make sure to keep this up to date. Your start date has to be after December 30th, or after December 31st, 7 p.m. is our cast on time. So anytime after December 30th has to be your start date. Make sure you have your completed date, because if you're getting bonus points for colors or whatever, we want to make sure you completed it in time. And obviously that's going to reflect in your post here too. Sort of. Actually, it's really not, because you're going to keep updating this post, so it's not really going to reflect when you posted it. Particularly, it'll tell you when it was edited, but still. So please keep all your stuff up to date to make sure we can track your points. Make sure you have the weight of the yarn, the proper amount of grams. You can write all this in the notes if you want to add notes down here instead. Just go to edit. So I used 100 grams of fingering weight yarn. I mean, that's all you have to say, just so we can keep track of that. So I'm not going to save it. So that's all I got, I think. So hopefully that helps a little bit. It's just a short little thing, and yeah, we're trying to just keep these uniform in all the threads. So again, you can talk to your cabin leaders if they have a different process of how they want to set up their cabin thread. That's totally cool. But as far as Team Snow Leopard, this is my general idea. If you have different ideas, I'd love to hear them. Hopefully this helped you, and I look forward to camping with all you guys.